This is one of the most unique looking landscapes I've ever shot in. The desert stretches on for miles of complete silence. The sun is burning each day, but nights are well below freezing. Joshua trees fill what seem to be every inch of this landscape, but interestingly enough, they can only be found here in the Mojave Desert. Despite it being a completely different environment than what I'm used to, I found myself totally immersed in it. I guess maybe I should start by explaining what I'm doing here. Tyler Babin hit me up with about 3 days notice and asked if I would be willing to fly out to Joshua Tree with him to DP a commercial for the backpack brand Solgaard. Typically, I'm not good with last minute projects, but at the end of the day, I realized this would give me an opportunity to get out of my comfort zone and push my creative abilities. Being stuck at home for so long now has made me almost a little complacent. Projects like this, the spontaneous adventures with little to no expectations, are often the ones that truly force you to grow, to break past your own self-limitations. The biggest challenge, we only had 48 hours to do it.
What day are we on? Technically it's day 2, really it's day 1. It's our first real proper day 1. We're heading to Joshua Tree, the actual park this time. But right now, we're feeling good. We have got some good sequences, some good photos. I feel really good on the photo front. We need to really make sure we're blowing video out of the park today. The idea is essentially, I want to create 5 different sequences that can all cut together and look really cool and be this epic creator montage, but also work individually on their own. So we're creating 5 individual pieces. They could all run as ads, things like that, but they will all collectively come together and be one epic story for the final hero statement piece of the bag.
So that, in short, was Babin's blueprint for this project. He brought me along to shoot the video assets for this project, to add my vision to the visuals. So of course, my main priority needs to be to focus on being as effective and as efficient as possible in order to best meet the client's needs. But this being a pretty unique project in a unique environment, I also wanted to create something out of it for myself to share with you guys. I mean, it's not often I get a chance to get an entire behind the scenes breakdown of one of my commercial shoots. So to make things come together from both a client and a personal standpoint, I gotta be pretty on top of things. For this project, we're basically trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're trying to create this YouTube BTS breakdown of the entire shoot, but also we're shooting the thing that I was hired to do, which is to create this brand video for Solgaard with Babin. For the brand video, we obviously want the best quality possible. So I'm gonna be using the Blackmagic 6K fully rigged out. If you guys wanna see the build for this camera, be sure to check out my most recent video breaking down the entire rig. And for the BTS content of this project, we're gonna be using the new Sony a7S III. The overall visual approach that Babin wanted to do with this was a pretty fast, kind of organic handheld energy. So this actually makes things pretty simple for me because I don't really need to worry about a gimbal or a tripod. We're gonna be shooting pretty much run and gun for the majority of the shoot.
It's gonna be me climbing through the rocks with the camera. I find a spot, take a photo. I want to find a place to sit down and get a good pulling a laptop out of the bag, sitting out to actually start.
You want to shoot everything in slow motion for the most part?
Yeah. What do we do on the coast? We did
yeah, we just.
I'm gonna go really exaggerated and just hop on these rocks and hop over this one. So
Yeah,
it looks
I don't
doing
even think
more.
I'm really gonna follow you too much. I'm literally just gonna do a cool motion. You want to kind of continue from where?
So I think I'll step here. I'll kind of jump into frame.
Yeah.
And then pull the bag down.
Okay. I'm wondering if maybe we should try and backlight it to get like a little bit more of a dramatic feel.
Do you want me to like cheat it with you, like as I'm opening it? I can kind of rotate.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Ooh, let's go really wide. Maybe you're all the way down there. And I'm just gonna be like sitting with the laptop open, like.
And then just have the back kind of propped up or something.
Yeah. And that can be just like a Solgaard.
So throughout the process of trying to create this video, Tyler had a pretty overall refined storyboard and shot list for what he wanted to do. And so more or less, it was basically a matter of communication and teamwork between him and I in order to best execute each of those shots. Of course, if you have a shot list, you always want to try and follow it as closely as possible, but in certain times, in certain situations, organic things happen, especially working with different creatives, and you sometimes try new things in the moment. Sometimes it turns out pretty cool. Tyler and I have a pretty nice dynamic where we both have a pretty good trust in each other's visions, and so we're able to work pretty well and pretty efficiently together.
Concept here is we're going to start outside. We're going to transition through me walking through this door, which is going to be on the gimbal here.
1, 2, 3, roll.
All right, so we need one last like final epic like hero shot to wrap this entire thing together. And ever since we got here, Ryan and I were talking about hiking up to the top of this hill. We kind of burned the light that we thought we were gonna have. Google says we have 30 minutes until the sun's down. Good thing we're all wearing proper footwear. Converse, Vans. So we're gonna go up there, we're gonna try and get the final shot. The sun's gonna go down, it's gonna be epic, it's gonna be wide landscape. The mic isn't even on, come on, man. This is gonna be a mission for sure. Height and distance from this perspective are so deceiving. Looks like we could be up to the top there in just a couple minutes, but this might take a sec. You feel good about this route? I wonder if this might like fake it. We're so low on time. Get up here. All right, good job, boys. Appreciate it. Trevor, good work. All right, so we got about halfway up. We got worried that we were gonna lose the light too quickly, so we found a little perch. We decided to shoot the ending shot that I imagined there. Not as epic as what we wanted, but we're already up here. We're halfway up. Ryan decided that we're gonna go ahead and finish the trip.
I mean, yeah, we're like 3/4 at this point. Like, we might as well see what's up at the top. Maybe we'll get some blue hour action like right at the last second. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Hello? Yeah, I wish this perspective just did it more justice, but this is getting a little steep. A little bit. Oh, sir. Yeah, that's our house. Good.
Oh, this crack.
Beautiful. We're just sending it the rest of the way?
We've come this far.
The top is, it's right there. You know what this reminds me of?
You're gonna be in Joshua Tree climbing mountains.
Did you ever see that Casey Neistat video that like the day I almost died when he climbed?
Bro, did you ever see 127 hours?
my gosh. One thing, I don't know if anybody thought this through. We gotta get down.
In the dark. Yeah, we might not want to stay up here too long.
I was never afraid of what I felt I had control of, but then again, it's risk reward. Somewhere along the line, you know, you just, you have to accept that. And this falls into the category of a calculated risk. Yes, there's a risk. The risk is the challenge, to try to have control of something.
System launch sequence.
If you guys want to see more of the content from this project, head over to my Instagram, link in the description. I'll be posting over there some cool stories as well as this before and after cinematic frame, which I created really simply with Canva. Just so happens to be the sponsor of today's video. All right, I'll be the first to admit, graphic design, logos, YouTube thumbnails, collages, it's not exactly the easiest stuff to pick up. Canva allows you to design content for your project with thousands of easy to use customizable templates created by professionals, stuff that actually looks good. You can do everything, super intuitive. You can work on your phone or your desktop. You can even get a little more fancy with animated templates in Motion. To me, this is probably Canva's biggest advantage. You have the ability to import and use your own videos, but they also have a pretty solid stock video library to choose from. They even have tons of assets for videos specifically, things like animated graphics and titles and even YouTube intros. You've got the free subscription, but also Canva Pro. Both give you templates that are insanely easy to use, but with the Pro subscription, there's a truly unlimited number of ways to connect with your audience. We're talking millions and millions of digital assets and almost double the amount of customizable templates. So if you're interested in trying out Canva Pro, they've got you guys with a free 45-day subscription, so click the link down below if you want to give it a shot. It's truly the most simple way to set your vision into motion. Ultimately, when I said yes to taking on this project, I'll admit, I was a little skeptical whether or not we were actually going to be able to create what we were looking for within that 48 hours, even with the level of experience between Babin and I. It became pretty apparent pretty quickly that when you're given full creative control on a project, the situation can very easily get stressful, if not completely overwhelming. Like, if you don't have a fine-tuned blueprint for your entire project, it can become really easy to stumble into overthinking even like the smallest of simplest details. The important thing to remember here is don't be afraid to try something new, to step out of your comfort zone, like even fail, because ultimately you're challenging yourself to put forth your best effort and work with little to no direction. And oftentimes the best shots come completely out of the blue in like those least expected moments. Although, I mean, you could go like full-fledged production. We're talking like storyboard, shot list, like big budget, maybe a grip truck, Steadicam operator. Everyone needs one of those. How about a gaffer possibly? Not this kind of gaff. All that's great, but when it comes to shooting with other like-minded creatives, you tend to get better and more authentic content when the ideas and shots just flow naturally. With that being said, never be afraid to put yourself out there and cultivate relationships with other creatives. As someone with a lot of experience or even someone with none. This is Trevor. He's a young guy from Portland trying to get into the creative industry. He's a guy that reached out to Babin a while back and started building a good relationship. Babin actually needed some help shooting the BTS for his videos for this project, and so he actually hit up Trevor and asked if he wanted to come along and help us shoot. I get this question all the time from you guys, and it's what is my best advice to a beginner getting started in the photo, filmmaking, YouTube industry? What I'll say is this: you never know what opportunities might come your way if you're just willing to stay relevant and learn from the people who inspire you. What I mean by that is don't be afraid to try and reach out and build a relationship with creators that you look up to, especially to people who are local to you. I mean, that is like a seriously undervalued thing. You'd be really surprised just how many creators really just need a second set of hands sometimes, or just somebody to hold a camera or shoot some BTS, just like we needed Trevor to help shoot BTS for this project. A quote that comes to mind is, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Think about it this way. If you just send that DM to that person or email that company, you have a 50% chance of getting the answer you're looking for. If you don't try at all, well, zero. Hopefully you guys were able to take away something from this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the BTS of this project. I had a ton of fun getting out there working with Babin and Trevor. I definitely want to do some more BTS stuff of my client projects in the future, so comment down below if you want to see more. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give it a like, thumbs up down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.